Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Bag Show. I'm your host, Mr. Wonderful Will. I hope everybody had a great week. I was doing watching the online news, and I stumbled across a story that happened in Statesboro, Georgia, last month, where you have a 21-year-old black male named of Marc Wilson was charged with felony murder and one count of aggravated assault in connection with the death of a 17 years old white female named of Haley Hutcheson. And that's kind of been like a big controversial case going on because the accused, Mr. Marc Wilson, is claiming self-defense due to it was several white guys, including the victim Haley Hutcheson, was in a vehicle where they was chanting racial slurs at Marc Wilson and his girlfriend, who happened to be white. They was at a Taco Bell getting some, like a late dinner, I guess, and they was in a drive-thru, and then they came in and was confronted by a group of white boys and white boys in the car, and they started making racial slurs at him. They were saying things like "your lives don't matter," and they called the white girl the end lover. And then where he claims that he tried to make a go for it. He tried to avoid them, and then they end up following him, and then the guys was trying to run him off the road, and where he took his gun, and I guess he shot the vehicle and ended up striking the young lady, and in result of that, she died from. So now Mr. Marc Wilson, is in custody, and recently I know he had a preliminary hearing, but I don't know any further update from that part. But his attorneys, they are going to go with the stand your ground law, because Marc Wilson is claiming self-defense. He's claiming self-defense, and also they have some issues with how this investigation was handled, because they in so many words, they believe that the police, which is the Statesboro police, is mishandling this whole case. And where they did something, which I think it was wrong too, where they had the victim's parents, didn't made an appearance on camera, asking for, just pleading for additional information about what happened to their daughter. But the thing is, they already interviewed Marc Wilson before they even had that conference, and his lawyer feels that was they're highly critical of the police department, how they conducting this investigation. And I kind of had to go with them right there. I think it was kind of messed up. I think it seems like they trying to create a biased perception against Wilson, because they haven't even selected jury for this case yet. And good thing, maybe too late, but a good thing the judge had issued a gag order where no party with the defense attorneys or even the police cannot make any public statement about this case until actually when the case starts, because it could potentially have biased jurors, and which I think that was a smart thing to do and the right thing to do. But in my opinion, I think it's too late, because that was kind of shady how they did that. But that's more. I want to go in more depth with this. And before I go in depth with this, I just want to just say this right here. Why is it such a big problem for people to mind their own business? See, this is one of these cases that should never have happened. In the result, someone lost their life. First of all, because a group of idiots couldn't mind their own business, allegedly. Because I guess since there's nothing been, a lot of facts hasn't came out yet. But this is one thing I just want to say that part. But still, that's generally why do people just can't mind your own damn business, especially in cases like this. If you don't like someone because of their race, I can't tell you who you should like, who you shouldn't like. That's your business. But you can at least be human enough, have some piece of humanity to mind your own fucking business and leave people the hell alone. If you can just do those basic things right there, mind your own business and leave people alone, you'll be amazed how people can coexist with each other. Because I'm not trying to sit at your dinner table. You're probably not trying to sit at my dinner table. Now, it would be a nice gesture if you can love someone based on their character, not their race. That would be a wonderful thing. That'd be an added bonus. But if you can just, like I said, just do those basic minor things, just to have some peace in our lives, is leave people alone and mind your own damn business. That's it. But in this case, according to Wilson's story, in which I'm calling me, you can say I'm being biased, but you know, I've been, you know, of course I'm black and I know how things are, and I've been in this world a whole lot longer, than a lot of these younger people, and I know how things are, and I believe his story. I believe he just went to, just like he said, he just went to I think they said he went to Taco Bell just to get something to eat. Just a simple thing. He wasn't expecting nothing bad to happen. Just say, hey babe, I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. Sure, I'm hungry too. You didn't even think that his life was going to change going to change for the worse. Just going to do something that simple. Then you get these these few idiots in this car start bothering them. But here's one thing I have a problem. That's another thing I have a problem with. Okay. Just like I said, Wilson said he's going to he's claiming self-defense, which they're gonna go with the Georgia stand your ground law. But here's the thing here. Why didn't the police even mention their names? I don't think they even be investigated. I think they're gonna probably list it down as witnesses. I think that's what they're going. This is probably what that is. But why they're not being charged? They didn't get not one charge. They didn't even look into that, because even a minor misdemeanor of reckless driving or disorderly conduct, nothing. Those guys wasn't charged with nothing. But they was engaging in a lawful act. And if you engage in a lawful act and it results in someone's death because of that person engaging in some type of unlawful act, you either gonna be facing a murder or an aggravated assault. I mean, not aggravated assault, but a manslaughter charge. I'm gonna say it again. If a group of people engage in an unlawful act, in which results in a person's death, you either gonna get charged with manslaughter or murder. Did the police even try to investigate what those white boys was doing? Because I looked at a lot of news clippings. I'm trying to see that even when their name was even mentioned, were they even suspects? Not one name was mentioned of those white guys in that vehicle. So I'm going to assume that they're going to be listed down as witnesses. And you already know they already got a story collaborated. And I already know what I think they're going to say. Oh well, Your Honor. Yeah, we were just having fun, and it just went a little too far, and the guy couldn't take a joke, and he shot at my friend. That's the story they're gonna go by. I'm willing to bet that. And I hate to sound so presumptuous, but I just got a strange feeling that's what they're gonna do. And I'm telling you now, and I hope the defense attorneys will be ready to question them, because if they're gonna be down as witness, because they was there, so they're gonna get subpoenaed. So they're gonna have to answer those questions. And I'm pretty sure their families don't got lawyers for them, because they know it's some more things gonna come out of this. I just feel it in my bones. I really do, because I think this investigation was not right. Because I try to put myself, if I was an investigator. I'm an investigator. This is one of the things I want to know. Of course, the who, what, when, where, and how. I want to know the beginning to the end. And then once I establish the beginning to the end, then I want to know, I got to identify the culprits. One thing I wanted to identify is who is the aggressor. Who are the one who started this whole mess? And according to Wilson, like I said, he was just at a drive-thru getting some food with his girlfriend. And then these white guys start making racial slurs towards him and his girlfriend, harassing them. So the obvious to me that they are the aggressors. They are the one who started this whole shit in the beginning. They're the one who started this mess. But not one time I heard them doing any type of investigation against them. Not one. And the result of that, a girl lost her life. And I don't know if she was participating with them or she just with them and they was doing that. And she was like, what are y'all guys doing? What are y'all doing? Don't do that. You're going to get us in trouble. I don't know what her involvement when she was in the vehicle with them. But the wrong guys in jail, they should be charged. They should be investigated, because they was committing an unlawful act, reckless driving, possible homicide, attempted homicide, vehicle homicide, trying to run them off the road. And according to some of the story, that they made contact with the vehicle, and he put his gun out and started shooting. And that young lady just happened to be in the line of that bullet. And I really hate it for her parents, because they lost their child. And I know they're angry. I would be angry too. I would. But they never even think to ask those guys what the hell happened. Because if I was them, I'd be asking that too. What happened? How did this happen? Why did this happen? But they seem like all the questions that should have been asked is not been asked towards them white boys who was involved. Not one name was mentioned. I tried to find out, because I tried to be fair with this. I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the police did investigate them. Maybe they did ask certain questions. I think they would just try to wrote basically a statement of what they said happened. They've just given a version of what there happened. They went with that, and Marc Wilson ended up getting arrested. I'm just going to be honest with you all. I don't think Marc Wilson going to get a fair trial in Statesboro, Georgia. He's not going to get a fair trial there. Because as I mentioned earlier, when they had the parents going on the news pleading for more information about their daughter, when the police already interviewed Marc Wilson. They already interviewed him. What do you mean what happened? Yes, he discharged his weapon, and in the result, their daughter was shot and killed. What more information you need? So why even do that? Because I think they trying to persuade people, even the potential jurors, they're going to be selected. They already going to have in their mind that they're going to convict this young man. They're not going to give this young man a fair hearing. Because all they going to see is parents crying and mourning over the loss of their daughter. Especially those who in the potential jurors may have a teenage son, a teenage daughter, innocent. But that's just my opinion. Well, I just want to like I said, I just want to talk to you briefly about that. I know I went over a little bit than I planned on to, but those are some questions you just got to look at. And I just think that, like I said, I think his Marc Wilson attorney, they might want to do a change of venue. I think when they do their jury selection, I think they're gonna do a change. They're probably gonna try to do a change of venue. They should. At this point, I would, because he's not gonna get a fair trial in that city. I honestly believe that. Well, thank you all for listening. And like I said, I hope you have a great day, great life, and a great week. And always remember, God is love, and love is God. Peace.